Well, it is fall, and...
Not technically, for another month.
This is true. It is fall,
It
though.
feels like it.
Yesterday it felt like it, and I always remember this time going back to school, because we didn't have AC, and yeah, I'm that old.
Back in the day.
And I just remember you dress up hot in the morning because it was cold, and by your noon or
it would get warm.
It's so hot, you just
start ditching the layers.
Yeah. So, anyway, so I'm going to show you to do a minestrone soup, which is perfect because of all the beautiful produce that's coming off our garden. Now, the recipe I gave you is using canned goods, because you can use this recipe if you want to in the wintertime with bottled or canned goods, but I'm using all fresh. So fresh zucchini, fresh onions, tomatoes, the fresh corn that I actually cut off of the cob, some fresh celery, and I'm going to add all of this into our pot and let this just kind of saute and come together with all of those beautiful flavors. And this you want to start for just a minute and let it start to saute, and then add into it the chicken broth. Or if you wanted to, you could use vegetable broth if you wanted to make it completely vegetarian. And you're going to let it cook up and begin to simmer in there. This doesn't take a long time to cook because all you're doing is softening those vegetables. And then once you add the stock in, ta-da, I'm going to use some elbow macaroni. Now you can take some spaghetti and actually cut the spaghetti. You don't want it in the long pieces, but just cut it in the short pieces so that you have the noodles in there. That's very important, the noodles.
Noodles are good.
The noodles are very important.
Fill your belly.
Okay, now there's one other ingredient that I'm going to use, and you can choose whether you do this at home, is with the cabbage. Now, cabbage, you can either cut it up and add it into it to cook, or you can cut it up fresh and put it in the bowl and put the soup over it. Either way, you choose. When we come back, I'll show you how to finish this up with a delicious, cheesy, grilled tuna sandwich.
Ooh, a two-parter today.
Yeah.
Like it.
Very exciting.
Looks good. I think you can like
it. It does look nice. And you know what? My cousin's getting married outside this weekend. I know one of our photographers is. So we want to dry it out for them so they can have a lovely August
let's
wedding.
dry it out.
So it'll be nice.
Well, let's finish this up very easily. Now, I'm doing these on a little Rosetta buns here that have some beehive cheese that are grilled and baked into them. But these do not lend themselves to to grill. And so what I'm going to do is this.
Inside out, like underwear. They have two sides. Hey. Perfect.
So I'm going to take the tuna fish, and I'm going to, you two are cracking me up. Going to put the tuna fish right here on the outside of the bun. And then I'm going to take just some slice, and I'm using a sharp cheddar, and I hated sharp cheddar when I was younger, and I think it's because my taste buds have dulled as I've become older.
They've dulled.
And so you could just use cheddar there at home. And then I'm just going to use regular vegetable spray, a little bit of olive oil, vegetable spray. Spray that onto there so that it gets some nice oil, so it'll brown it off. Take it over to our grill pan and just let it grill very slowly on both sides so that I get a nice grill mark and it melts that cheese and becomes a nice little cheesy grilled cheese thing. Me personally, as far as the cabbage, I like to put the cabbage in the bowl because I like the crunch.
You like crunchies?
I like the crunch. And so I'm going to just take our soup here that we made earlier there, and as you can see, this is cooked in that time that from when we were here earlier to now. So you can see it does not take a lot to cook this beautiful minestrone soup with these great, just look at that grilled cheese sandwich. I mean, doesn't that look just like the freshest, most delicious dinner?
Yes.
I love it. Now the recipe is right on the cookingwithchefbryan.com website. You can go there and get it, or to KUTV. Either way, there's lots of recipes for you to choose from for dinner. So here's your dinner tonight.
You know how to eat that too. You grab the sandwich, do a little dip, and take a bite first.
That's true.
That is one of my favorite kinds of soup. And whatever vegetables you have around, it works.
Yes,
so,
any vegetables.
That's awesome.